There's a whole lot to be grateful for. There's a whole lot to be grateful for, okay? You may not be where you want to be, but trust me, if you reflect back at your life, you will see that you are no longer where you used to be. And I feel like that's a whole lot to be grateful for, you know. Earlier today, I was doing something actually, then something came to my mind. A reflection of years back in school. There was a time, where it was difficult for me to afford sanitary pad. Yes, there was a time in school where I could not afford to buy sanitary pad. So what I used to do back then is I will use pieces. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know what they call pieces. Like got this wrapper, you tear it and use it back then. And now I remembered that there was a time sanitary pad was difficult for me to buy. But now, this is me always buying sanitary pad in pack, like those Virony, big pack that you can use for like 3 months. Yes. Okay. And then I was, that thought came to my mind and I was like, God, thank you. I know that, we are carried away with a whole lot of things that is going on in our life. Like we have bills now to pay. But there was a time that you could not afford, to stay in that house that you're staying right now. There was a time that you could not, afford to even buy food for yourself. But there was a time, you could not do some certain things. But now it looks like you can do them effortlessly without thinking twice. There's a lot to be grateful for yourself. Okay, I know that we are carried away with our recent problem, but there was a time that you could not even think of, that particular thing because you know that you cannot even afford it at all. But here we are, okay. In the midst of the whole problem, we should always reflect back at our life. We are not where we want to be yet, but we have gone past, a certain stage of our life. We are not where we want to be yet, but then we are also not where we used to be. Sister, by the time you sit down to like later in the day and you are telling God, I need money to buy this one, I need money for that one, and please try to go back and reflect on the past, like the things that God has done for you, those things that you could not do for yourself back then, but now you are doing them effortlessly. Shalom. In one word, be grateful and be thankful to God, because trust me, you have come a long way.